Hey guys, Noah's updating you today, and Ultra Perfect Cell has been revealed. We knew he was coming a week ago, but they've actually showed the full Ultra Ink Art animation for his intro, the full animations of what he's capable of doing. So I haven't seen it, I have no idea. This is my first time seeing it since it's been released. So first we're gonna check out what he does, and then we are going to react to his kit breakdown. Okay, so we already knew Chunkster gets annihilated. Okay. Ooh. I like the lighting on that. And that looks cool. Wow. Wow. He looks insane. It's a new character model, so that's great to see. Of course, he's doing it against most likely the Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Okay, let's see the Ultimate. Okay. Damn. Whoa. Okay, that Ultimate was pretty cool.
I need more entertainment.
Okay, so I am very excited for that. He will release tomorrow, and let's get straight into this kit. So, like I said before, they kind of just give a breakdown quickly of what he does here. I like to just actually look at the kit, but we'll get straight into it. He's gonna be red, oh my days, so he's gonna counter Ultra Beast Gohan, Ultra Majin Vegeta straight off the bat. Yellow units could be in a lot of pain here. So of course we know his tags: Android, Absorption, Regen, Future, Powerful Opponent. The three you're most likely running them on is Android, Future, and Powerful Opponent. Most likely these two more than anything. He's from Cell Saga, of course. He buffs, so plus 5% to Ultimate and Awakened damage by androids, plus 42% to androids or powerful opponents' blast attack and defense. So I'm guessing this guy's a blast based unit. They don't really say anything, so he's a range type, I think, because in his kit, him having blast attack is pretty obvious there. At least it seems obvious. Okay, his ultra ability is for androids, so he gets the usual plus 30% damage inflicted, plus 30% to key recovery, and for all the units that are androids when he's not the leader, he gets plus 5%. Essentially the same as this, just with androids instead. Okay, with strikes, he has blast armor. He has, okay, well, not an effect on blast attacks in general. So has a blast arts card with armor break. It's a held card, which means other characters can use it too. So you're telling me now there's gonna be situations where you run him next to Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and people just can't use strike with blast armor through it. There's gonna be 4 that you could have in your deck of cards now. So yeah, that's gonna be insane, because if you know, typically you get like 12 cards in general. You tend to split like 6 blast, 6 strike, a special move, and a special art. So 4 of the blasts will be armor break. Yeah, that's an issue. 2 was an issue already, so 4. Man, that's gonna be insane. Okay, look forward to PvP over the next couple of months, if not over a year, because Super Saiyan 2 Gohan has existed for over a year. Okay, deals massive pierce damage, plus 30% to special move damage inflicted for 3 timer counts upon activation. Applies the following effects to enemy on hit, so obscures all cards for 5 timer counts. Haven't seen that in a while. All cards are turned face down for the effect duration, and their positions are shuffled. 100% chance to inflict extreme bleed. Extreme bleed is really good. I do like seeing that there. It can do a lot of damage to the units who actually get inflicted by it. Okay, applies the following effects to self upon activation. Randomly draws 1 new card, restores key by 40. Minus 30% to enemy sustained damage cut. That is very good if you get it off. The following effects occur on hit. Charges on unique wards by 30%. inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade plus 20% to damage received for 50 timer counts, and it's comboable as well with everything, even another green card. So yeah, that could be pretty dangerous because from what I'm seeing, you could potentially stack this if you have multiple greens. So yeah, that's pretty good for a green card, and it's not an AoE green card, which is fantastic because those are just absolute pains to deal with. Okay, I'm just gonna read this one because it seems interesting. Has an art action that powers up by tapping rapidly. If you get a huge success, super powerful effects will activate, greatly boosting damage inflicted, restoring the vanishing gorge by 100% and more. So he's got ultimates similar to the Ultra Super Saiyan Blue Vegito and the Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, where you can do that tap odds action and then you get more damage, and it's really not hard to get that huge success. So that's going to be cool to get that off. Deals supreme impact damage, and then on top of that, it's going to have that greatly boosted damage inflicted if you get the huge success. The following effects occur upon activation: plus 30% to ultimate damage inflicted for 3 timer counts. No special cover changes for 15 timer counts on all the enemies. Okay. Activates an art action. As I said, you need to click it like crazy to get huge success. So if you get just a normal success, it increases damage and randomly draws at most 4 new cards when you have 3 or fewer. Huge success is greatly increases damage, and you draw the cards like normal. You get vanish back completely, and you get to inflict all enemies with 3 subcounts, and nullifies blast arts when charging. So if you are coming across Super Saiyan 2 Gohan or this Cell and they have this blast armor blast, you can just go through it because this nullifies blast armor. But the ones that do not have blast armor, they just nullify any blast arts. You could go through it, so that's really good to have. Okay, draws the ultimate arts card, Solar Kamehameha. I always thought that sounded so badass. So yeah, it makes sense because his ultimate looks insane. One of the best Kamehamehas that Cell has ever done. Okay, restores own health by 30% and ki by 50. Charges own unique gorge by 100%. Applies buff effects. Nullifies enemies destroy cards effects for 10 timer counts. Cancels own attribute downgrades and cancels enemy attribute upgrades. Okay, so pretty decent main ability. Okay, wow, he nullifies endurance just off the bat. Okay, so he's gonna be one of those unstoppable powerhouses who would just rip everything to shreds. Got it. So yeah, it seems like he's super countering the Ultra Mod of the Year just through the stuff I've read at the moment. So let's see what else. Applies the following effects to self when battle starts: plus 200% to damage inflicted, reduces damage received by 70%, reduces impact and pierce damage by 15%, plus 50% to ki recovery, 1 more level of card draw speed, minus 10 to blast as special move art cards, and it gradually restores health each timer count. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield: randomly draws 1 new card when you have 3 or fewer, restores ki by 25, plus 50% to damage inflicted, nullifies cover change for 10 timer counts, and nullifies unfavorable element factors for damage sustained for 5 timer counts. Okay, that's pretty good. Now, applies the following effects to self every time an art card is drawn while this character is on the battlefield. Restores health by 3% and ki by 10, plus 50% to damage inflicted for 10 timer counts. The following effects occur every time when hit with an enemy's arts attack while this character is on the battlefield. So reduces sub count by 2 once, and it resets every time he swaps out and swaps back in. Reduces enemy ki by 10, that happens twice, so it essentially reduces 20 ki, and that resets every single time. Okay, the following effects occur if own health is 50% or below. Restores our own health by 30%. Steals enemies strike and blast arts. The sealed art cannot be used for 3 timer counts. Yeah, that's very annoying because that's just a combo stopper. He gets more health and they can't do anything other than use like greens and blues. Okay, so he has a cover change against blast art. It's comboable with special moves. The following effects occur when own health reaches 0. Restores own health by 40%. So he has Endurance himself, and then he nullifies Endurance. That's great. Nullifies unfavorable element factors for damage sustained for 5 timer counts. Seals enemies special move and special arts. Wow. So potentially you could just seal everything that they have. They could only use like potentially an ultimate, awakened, or a rising rush. So that's interesting. It can't be used for 10 timer counts as well. Wow. And reduces enemy Dragon Balls by 2. As I said in like a lot of these kit breakdowns, when you have reduction of Dragon Balls, especially 2, that's painful because so many units just stop you from getting that rising rush, and sometimes having that rising rush and just being able to get that damage in, because a lot of times it goes to 180 timer counts, and being able to get that rising rush off so you have that extra 10 mil in, that is a game changer. Okay, the following effects occur when an enemy activates a special move, ultimate, or awakened arts, or rising rush while this character is on the battlefield. Activates 3 times, so restores own health by 50%, inflicts an enemy with attribute downgrade minus 30% to the special, ultimate, or awakened arts for 3 timer counts, and cancels enemies buff effect. Okay then, so if unique good is time type, that it starts on time type when battle starts, rapidly charges only unique good while this character is on the battlefield, applies the following effects itself once unique good is full, switches unique good from time type to release type, so randomly draws 1 new card when you have 3 or fewer, restores health by 50% and ki by 30, nullifies attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions for 20 timer counts, nullifies unfavorable element factors for 10 timer counts, and cancels attribute downgrades. Okay, so the main thing I'm thinking at the moment is how long does it take for this unique gorge to fill? And yeah, basically if you get this off, like let's say it takes 15 timer counts of him being on the battlefield to fill this up, that would be really good to get all these buffs, considering what I've read as well that he can get. Having these on top of it just makes it so that there's plenty of times where he can nullify unfavorable element factors, plenty of times where he cancel attribute downgrades and restore health. So that would be really good to see how fast it is. So if it's around 15 timer counts, I'd say that's decent. Anything more than that, you're looking at spending quite a lot of time with him out, which kind of makes sense. You are going to use him a lot. He seems like it's just going to be that unit that you'll want to be using anyway, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see how long it actually takes. If unique good is release type, only unique good gradually decreases while this character is on the battlefield. The unique good will not charge while it is release type. Applies the following effects itself until only unique good reaches 0. So plus 50% to damage inflicted, plus 20% to special move damage inflicted, increases arts card draw speed by 1, plus 30% to health restoration, and switches only unique good from release type to time type once it reaches 0. Okay, so what I'm seeing is it starts off on time type, it fills up, goes to release type, the release type goes to 0, goes to time type. So is it a situation where it will keep on going, or is it once this has occurred once each, it disappears, similar to like how counter gorges, once they've been used a certain time, they disappear? I guess we'll have to find out, but yeah, that seems pretty ridiculous. We're starting to see units with a lot more units with multiple unique gorges. I think, who was the first one that had it? I think it was the 6th anniversary Ultimate Gohan, but there might have been more that I'm not remembering. So yeah, it is good to see because this is interesting. But yeah, this guy seems like an absolute monster. He is gonna tear up PP. From what I'm reading, he is the best unit in the game, which is ridiculous to say considering Ultra Beast Gohan is here. But I'm thinking because he's not going to be in the featured list anymore, because he's going to be a yellow unit and this guy's red, I think he will be a contender for the #1 spot, if not the best unit in the game. He just does way too much. So yeah, I'm excited to summon for him. Hopefully it's not as big of a shaft as when I summoned for the Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan last year, who took 60,000 crystals for a single copy. Hopefully I get it in a 1/10 of that amount, if not less. So yeah, I'm excited for him. I hope you guys are as well. I hope if you do something for him, you pull him as fast as possible with as much CC as you have. And yeah, other guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, and if you want to see more in the future, subscribe. See you on the next one. Goodbye.